brasso se yɛtena se di ɔman no ho nkɔmɔ brasso se pese nkɔmɔ a ɛboa ɔman kyekyere ne ɔman no mpuntu medin yɛ de ɔwo ahene entry ɛbu esi akon ɛna Financial Friday segment a ɛne Ira Christian Donkor a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants Ghana ɔsan so yɛ auditor anopa yi yɛne ne wo nkonyasie ɛne ne nkomodi pii anopa yi yɛ ba bɛhwɛ yɛ bobo ho da ɛnura ɛna Interior Minister Ambrose Derry ɛbɔ anan kopie mu ɛwɔ Edra Secretary Dumasi in the Ashanti region. Okoya Mampene Kufuado instructed no say the incident enunti namso ema the youth protesters no a clash with the security forces ekoba nipa mienu afemu ahwere monkwa aka abrantia owu kane no ho no ohwe no nte gina tuko so publicly the Interior Minister Ambrose Derry announced 3-member committee chaired by an appeals court judge ono enebetina adwam na wahwe bebia ensem no bebia hyase bebia free ene bebia akwakokodro. This is Ghana's biggest and the most highly respected political, social and current affairs talk show live here on Net2 television. Beyond the limit, indeed, we are here to give you accurate information proud to the development of our nation, Ghana. Since independence to now, where have we moved to? Has there been any progress or we are still stagnant in terms of development of our nation? You can join me in on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at Net2 TV, or Kencity Media. Then you also contribute your quota to this morning's discussion with Christian Donkor. A lot of stories, multiple stories. The Obokrata on some day almost all the papers are reporting the same story proud to the Edra incident. Na yetimi edi ehon enkomo. A big story at Agbogloshi. The Greater Accra Minister, the Honorable Henry Korte, announced it when he came to our studio here that 1st July, inshallah, they are going to move the onion sellers from Agbogloshi Market to Ajin Kotoku. We thought it was a dramatic scene or just behind the scene series, but yesterday it was quite, let's say, a blanter between some of the scrap dealers around the Agbogloshi Market and the task force who were trying to move them to Ajin Kotoku. But fortunately for the minister, about majority of them have been moved to Ajin Kotoku and the Amasaman municipality. Honorable Henry Korte, good morning to you. Kudos to you, hard-working minister. And I pay your boy Abaso, say, Opese Mampeni vision, making Accra the cleanest city in West Africa, sub-region, ATME are coming to realization. Yada was say, sustainability is the main key that we should also have in mind. What he has done is not going to be sustainable or what? The political role, there will be opposition people trying to argue or fight against it. There are a lot of people, some MPs, as the minister said sometime here, that some MPs are inciting the market sellers not to move to Ajin Kotoku, but he being the minister, with security apparatus surrounding him, he has been able to achieve his aim yesterday, as he said. And some of the endorsement, if I can was na yakashene baby and Susan and the body, a quack could. There was a papa said that or joining in a ultimate edim punimpu. There was said that Okai Homa, etimide Ghana and Como at the bro, watching strong papa. Busumi when he did the Kitawansa. In Chimum, Maminchim, the Empenny Phone and Anamache. Kitaunsa July, Kitaunsa Bosomino, a winchim. And yes, Obeso on Yonkos and work Kitamo, the Benaze, Beson's Derby. Kitaunsa Bosomino, Sabre Bosum we mocono. A which they were the wee biano, oh, ye, a biao spendi sicabi, a biao discabi Juma Bibra. She say unye sika unyu sika manemroso. They say in general no. I say oh bo sika ho ban. I say oh hwe ho yie. Ma sebi atorenche mi nkoto na nka say oh me ho akire me nti ma me nkosafo nkopa besia. Dabi oso kura osem nti kakra bia wo so yie, kura mu yie, kita won sabo so me. Kakra bia wo kura mu You know what you say? Oh, didn't fool. No, I could be what you be, Dabi. Kita wonsa. And yes, a crown son up anymore, Dabi. Kita wonsa bossome. And I said that, and the phone be my asset at TNT. The way be generally, some medical cano. Who say, dear, oh, yeah, no, that should be all. Aha, that should be all. See, bossome with the anti December, and I can see the brilliant is cow November and October. And Tessa, Dabi. Na, oh, share, dear, oh, yeah, only a bushia, and after a year. Na onso abon ho ban na kakra won saka no aso ajo boss me aketua enini na fufu na sa akobi so akopa besia nti bosome kita won sa bosome nti nyina yinkura yensem yinkura emudi mu na ehwese de enioma abetimi akọ ene anopai yera Charles onua won talk bisiu ene omame da fom Western Regional NPP Secretary and a former Secretary to the Interministerial Committee on Environment, Yura Charles Cromwell, Nanya Beni Onya Ontobisiu. Nidino Wapa Charles Cromwell, Nana Beni Onya Ontobisiu. Omameda form, Menena Menyan Tiase, Oyen and now watching. Obeni Yamoshade, Kafra, Yako, and Koma on Unianum. Ene ebusuanyina ma me nso nyini mfisha be dwo wotwe nan wani nyame aton safre na nyahwe nyame na dema ono aso na agenti ebekọ na wotwe no ebebebi ene ebebebi odansoma mpatemonti nyina kwa kohyia yakoboa ye papa Charles bisiu de ono so ade a ato nani de worker time nkomo be hyase ansa na era Christian Donkor ababeka ensa Franco Trading Enterprise adaroma ena eboaye amaitimi the worker time nkomo na Franco Trading Enterprise kai Ghana for say ban mobile phone ban no say electronic gadgets pa ebitimi aboa ode didwuma ebeche yi ban laptops pa TV e de bodemi ti kopone de twemu say what ti kopo da so si udem de and now also tikopo 21st century etikopo debi ade obra Franco for TV so na oye discount debi ade ma etikopo da so si udem asa mranti amaba no emayo amaba no so ko nyonko be ma bi dem na tikopo si wa pi kofi etikopo say Franco Trading Enterprise admire kwanya say yento TV ane bo for 32 inches kuma kakra bi na about them ansa brante okope tabletop fridge kakra bi so de si ho kula munsuo say kula munsuo say obedi ayi ahinasi ne dem na ode mefe ayi bi epunu mu ode so no sa de comfortum one month na cross that they make him that's so krum ebi mo so ye na Franco say anopemen gadgets anko for ni na say munti no aba mo wati kopo mo de munti na no Franco waba ti na Franco TV 32 inches go 55 no ho den so meho ko fa 32 inches kuma da form ska ketu abi sika kitu ebi a chese 500 400 equal 500 series 600 we na bi ato de make a krenusa nti otisa Franco ma wasa akwanya no na akope sa anyoma ne bi afei Franco Trading Enterprise the laptop school for additional form pe laptops papa no omo nko cycle nko toton nko for laptops o mako wi nko for laptops bibire wo cycle ho no dwuma mu di no nti hyenso fa mame na bibia nso nkonkanti Franco Trading Enterprise mausa akwanya no nti no anasa obefra wo 0246 338 and 0555939311 ofre mpenimfo a obeje so o de wa ohwe mo TV so bo say the numbers na go screen so peke Franco foi o wa hene say mehwe na 2 muni ai mo he nkrobata bebre na o TV 32 and kosi 55 matete so iPhone so matete so mo ye discount because of Europa League ampa okwa on sabeka on no there. Download the Franco Trading app on Google Play Store and only on share in kita mo so sabe for kwana so and our website pankasa www.francotrading.com bibia bettima konkan edema Franco Trading Enterprise also still phones papa fee ma memfa the Democratum komo enhase o sanso won na disika so ya sense for newspaper review no emerald. The new weekend crusading guide, as usual, on the front page, probe into a drug killings commences. Government names Vladimir and Chidanso, 2 others, as 3-member committee. The Abba, I don't know, the Razak Kodio Pocus Coopers fix the country campaigners. Urges them to stop wasting time on needless NDC-sponsored demonstrations. Although dredging, 70% complete, but could prevent flooding. I doubt carcass killing may be sanctioned by the state, Professor Jampo writes. And also, I don't know, Jura Secretary Dumase, the unfortunate incident that happened over the last 3-4 days, proud to the killing of Muhammad Ibrahim A.K. Machukaka, which led the protesters, the youth protesters, or the youth to protest against the state or the people within that area, calling on the IGP, Inspector General of Police, calling on the opinion leaders, the duty bearers, to speed up in arresting those perpetrators. So prior to that, there was a clash between the youth and the security forces, joint military and police forces, which led to the death of 2 young guys. And as I speak to you, the Interior Minister yesterday, Ambrose Derry, was at the palace of Nana Berima Osei II, addressing him and assuring him on government intervention, on president's instructions for him to make sure he set up 3-member committee to probe into the matter. So that was what happened, and the newspaper, the New Weekend Crusading Guide, is reporting this morning. So you can get the paper, read page 2, 3, and 10. The stories are there. And he said, "Medical Kano, Ira, you know, Openi Vladimir and Chidanso, or a member." And appeals court judge, Justice George Kencity Media, chairman of the committee, and executive director Edma Pemplus Bites company, Juliet Amwa, and Maria Louisi Simmons, and principal state attorney who will serve as a secretary to the committee. And Papa Mampeni Ekufuado Anamontua, who to Enononti. Yebehwe committee ni amomo 10 days pe se on fantasy na adwira Secretary Dumasi district mpatem on fa ehun report emranti de aba anope double crata the new crusading guide and on odo river issue odo no odo na mpatem no sa issue yantam da ho no penifo timu yata china ahwe se ne be issue to enkok fofa oyine bia ema na me no ka say mpani ba mane say ohanchi chimbe edioson 70% complete and say ohanchi chimbe edioson de ade a omatimi ahwe say aye eno so nsem e wo hase ya no pede ema Professor Jampo so atro bibi o say ono de say ni pebi kasaban na eye ma say bia branch ni we no oni atro sem pi o kenkan bia the Daily Statement, and I'm going to also Agbogloshi, Onion sellers moved, others to follow. That is the Daily Statement. Entry down so 2 others probe Ejura disturbances. And 450 million Ghana cedis invested in flood control. Baumia Hills BOG game changer gold purchase, and also the Abba. Nti Vladimir Chidanso Edranse medical bo amane dada. Also afọ a owe nkakropo so I also sent to Rashibi Denira Henry Cote me friend the bulldozer. Sans of some by tre ankasa oba to se be man ebe. Te me dia me de friend no no otimi de edwedifo agbuglushi eko afka omomaka ehonsem ewo hase. Na also afọ hwe new money adensi ho sem bantama mrahye bidwani Francis Asenso Boache HS aban aspend the ska wodi aban dia hyem se yebehwe a control issue yiri ewo man mu 450 million Ghana cedis. Wow. And then you can say issue yiri o ebi o Dr. Baumia so as a Jumedi because so was at Toymantem rather. Bank of Ghana, Minoka say, Omobe to local good. Umbe Pichisibi. Nanuna Dr. Baumia, His Excellency, the Vice President, Ebo Mo Abaso, Ewo Moano Pay. No Bokrata, Kratafetosumi, no, the Daily State Mamu, or Bossa Amani. I mean, for the Ghanaian Times, the most authoritative newspaper. 3-member committee inaugurated to investigate Ejra riots, killings. And that's page 17. Ejra killings, one more suspect in police grip, and Odo Kole Lagoon undergo massive dredging to avert floods. And so, Agbegloshi market goes down at last, but not before fierce armed resistance from scrap dealers. Others. I said, no, yes, two Agbegloshi very phone behe. And yes, I'm going to a crowd ho. Momoton scrap dealers be a ho. So mon call two in our course. But at long last, you're dreaming a good. If you look at the picture on the front page of the Ghanaian Times, and no honor, a modest excavator, Horne and Patamon, a soldier for police phone in account. Military police, and soldier for no MP for no, been a honor. So I'm conforming to more than pa. Omode also for Nigeria, I got in a shenache. Now she knows must white no, or dog tetratesa no. And so on some our. There's actually Nipa Bakwa. It's to say a dra in Patamo, the course no, the home boom, and also a honsome and pay. The Obokrata at the home Amane Abba, and also about Amane, committee at Afe or Lagoon, ye team, Senabe in Suyiri, in Yidin Fire. Okokrata Nechi, Ghanaian Times are. Was it over 1,000 SMEs apply for new stimulus packages? A small medium enterprises in Meku under Ghana Enterprises Agency. No, the Abba, Ebo Amane, na etimi actually say, na no so mobile kaya. Mampeni chese NBSSI, or assistant dino. She said, a film Ghana Enterprises Agency. No, and I am Yankee, Kusi Yankee Aye. Just say Ghana for apply, Numun Kuma, Bodra Numa for over a pim 1,000 and Omatimi apply on some enforce laws to ban sale of alternative breastfeeding products. I see. Sale of alternative breastfeeding products, UNICEF. Oh, I see. Ate. Beshe wase makadachi. Tivide mami fancy ya. Mami fancy ya. Se beti mi abe musa dia. Se de marabeto. Alternative breastfeeding products. Nyani adima kwada. Okay. And apumudimu ni mnifona. Ombehe akansa asem ntude. Mami mfam konko. I know. Ghanaian Time. Daily Guide. Ena mede toaso. Na ako the Obokrata Daily Guide anima. 3 probe Ejra mayhem. No ewaha. And gunshots greet Agbegloshi ejection. CJ bounces Oponi trial moves on. CJ bounces Oponi trial moves on. Dredged Odo Kole Lagoon checking floods. And police zero in on bullion van robbers. And I pay the Kratan and the Chronicle of Mama and Tiomonka in Moko. Inoka say Dr. Stephen Oponi, a former chief executive officer of the Ghana Cocoa Board, has once again failed in his attempts to get Justice Clemens Jackson Honyenuga, a Supreme Court judge sitting as an additional High Court judge of his trial. CJ, Chief Justice of Ghana's Republic, Kwasi Enieboa, Nymphoni Down. Dr. Oponi said, Papai, or Tatin, Justice Clemens Honyenuga, Tikabeya, Chief Justice, Emanim Freenas and some judge from Fromeno. Chief Justice Debbie, Oponi, Dabi, or no one a betnaso. case no yet to us. Evolution some so de Canada. Ejura odo ni na yaka 170. I mean for the Daily Graphic we making Accra work, massive cleanup at Agbebloshi. Onion sellers moved to Ajen Kotoku. 5 grabbed with fake currencies at Dansoman. That is page 36. Appoint information officers to facilitate RTI law. And 55,000 students to be offered scholarship. That is page 24 and 25 of the Daily Graphic. And also, at the back page of the Daily Graphic, dredging of Odo River advances. That's $3.2 billion assets at risk of flooding in Greater Accra. An estimated $3.2 billion worth of economic assets are at risk of flooding in the Greater Accra region alone. And that figure is expected to quadruple by 2050. If no urgent action is taken. The figure, estimated by the World Bank, forms 4.45% of Ghana's gross domestic product. That is the Works and Housing Minister, Asen Subuachi, read this statement. Let's say, you see, a Japadia who the work Ghana, tituling Kakropoimuha, or the Kosikama, Bayer, or Pepem. Miensa echipo mi no our America sikan 3.2 billion US Joe Biden dollars. And no say Japade siasi kano som no say omuni sebi nyina so papa bia e fa no say atrenchem and issue yiri say eyira e be sa Japade ni nyina say yentu ho na mo a World Bank for this report by Yedira Francis Asenso Boachi mfonya to a watch sa ensem no so odo river no ye team ho no enso nsem e wo ha se e de emona scholarship secretariat na kasai scholarship secretariat kratafa toso eduno nan man kwada makomako eduno mpem edunum num scholarship no makwa kosua de ababi trom school fees free and also ewunsem ewo hasia yede ho amane edemonti kratafa toso eduno nan 55,000 students to be offered scholarship for their tertiary education and also unsem anopay the workcraft ano ediaba you're a Christian don't come cancer and ebe transensem de ebi ewo pa yeba bedi na Dr. Steven Opuni awuza fomunti kwabne puni kane no ekoko board CEO or say Justice Jackson Clemens Honyanuga yes, Supreme Court judge. Was out term as additional High Court judge. Opening case in the snow. Cabinet Punichiro command Chief Justice said, Papa no, or person would just obedient and Tiansano. Chief Justice Obwa, Cabinet Puni, or no answer obedi. Enti, the aqua, or Opo, Honyanuga, and a veteran. Now, no pay. I said, Dabamaso. In the Penia Commission, Toyota and Suzuki, Jumeku Abe created jobs for the youth, over 334 direct jobs, and they maybe once a macan pay. After I said, I could be doing como, and they say, where sa money laundry honsem, as a Ghana, Opa Maya, Disika, Pudo Sika, Quatiquas, come fuck Quatiquas, be pure memu, a chronosika near the idea. Ghana, Idi Coca, sa European Union, less than so. Ghana free so. Na onyam for kind of reata say ombeko so aye dwumaden ama sa ade na ye free so no etimesi mu yi pa na you have no right to speak on $170 million judgment debt boache jako na eto sa yampe na wotwetwem ne yese kisase mu nkani yura Christian don ko bedi hu komo pa na otie na nchi kakra no o kokumasi akodi dwuma binti ene waba ebehwe sa judgment debt sikai dia 170 million sika ye chese ye kwakotua sana a power purchasing agreement NDC focus science our contract between 2014 2015 2016 ye nya ye ehu bibia na de ye hia nyamkane ye hia capacity ye nya no eno na itua ho sika na emwa itua sika no wie no contract bi wa itwitwa mu nti itua judgment debt of $170 million. NDC for say yemfa so monbo Irabo acheja akon yemfa bi more Emame Glory Kufu yemfa bi more Mampene Kufu ado Irabo acheja akon you have no right obetra na 2 television haso na anopa yi be pensem ene Ira Christian Donkor be di sankomo yi esika sem nkomo nti behwe na judgment debt nkomo bi koso ebre bi atwam tatam na the late Professor Mills ene net akonya so na ensem bi koso a eno so ne ye de betotototo ho na yahwe asema abetoba maso yi enti anopa yi join me ewo social media no so just call a friend to tell a friend to also tell a friend to inform a friend a colleague say a brasso say dear me know ka say Ira Christian Donkor babe boy na anopa we digest into matter relating to the development of Ghana, especially Sika Enyunafa baby, any blame games ekoso ewo ye my Ghana mu. And ubon se we blame we, ubon se we try ampia, ubon se we can we ensemu pi ena akoso ewo Ghana ha. Na inya openi Christian Donkor oye Sika 7 ebeka se enemy di 4 just say we experts in terms of our economy no what nasi hwechira no access na osanso chartered accountant die obeboye sika anwunu ko ba bi kwa eni mfaso dia anopai sa topics amabrobro so erebebre my Ghana. So you can join me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube at Net2TV GH or Kencity Media. Na odo adwenchira fa wo ebekin kan nyina ma kama ama bibia so etia kon efa seda ma Joy Herbal Industries or the vehicle 20 in fact vehicle de minya wudin border vehicle 20 de minya wudin border minim de dro na yama me minim se ebi mo so hwe na no lawyer Stephen Kwame Asante Bekwen e kan wasem ha se in fact wanu medro na ho se vehicle no so ye dro a sene o mo ka se di nubra ene hahama nko na ye no enukre introbi anim chanopai me kanfo edrona de man vehicle 20 the ultimate immune system booster and afi food and drugs authority so ahwehwe hu sampa di nubra ne hahama nko na aye nti koko pebi na enom pebi nom na bebo papa me gire se obi a o yade bia wo wedi no mu no yade bia bani pedie no sanse immune system so no aye weak entina onya sa yade no try vehicle pacho what is over one mundru anuma but try vehicle 20 na we the difference say a drop papa called drugstore be mo so per vehicle 20 from 0244585531 and 0244876321 or 0242887996 Nataraj product by JK Company Limited and so yasne papa Nataraj for a dwumaku in fact ba ma ba kremo some babe boane say awofo na da baby beto nwumasuan wakade ama ne ba ko school books papa beto ni ma awofo no bi omoto books no in larger quantity edusi fie ne tama ne ba ne free class 1 anko wi SSD on to books obabi a otogu fie and mo so amuko tuton no ope baby a wholesale point abetumi ato any of these items amebo so na Taraj pens pencil cases, crayons, mass sets, JK exercise books, stacks plus premium A4 paper, champion plus A4 paper, 5-star A4 and A3 paper, Nataraj product. The only distributors for Nataraj product, JK Company Limited, or number 60 Otubroham Street or North Industrial Area, or now show much on Sabit account for 0540 125 999. Offer wow, Bejoso. I'm a baby. You're a Christian, don't quite nothing. Opening, watching.
Oh, I cannot pay me, Joseph.
Be fine.
Baby, I will call.
Na,
I found Queen Suna each year was chef one with you for
Joseph, or Mujoso, Papa.
Baby, I find, or down forces almost any woman cry.
Mejoso. Achimida, me Achimida, no more MP.
Sanity.
Ira, because I may change. I was Achimida, no one has so be able so.
Yeah.
The Achimida, more MP, more coin obey.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Morning staff would not so much. Monica Donkor, so Chiao, and Elizabeth Donkor.
All right.
And if you just so, me fa kunya sunamenda Mr. Ochre.
Okay.
Nene back is ya Ochre, nene mami. My sister kun we are. We ye mo battle no sabato, you call 1 week, I'm buy for fair. And I hear fine. Until me didn't ask us your man.
All right.
And you'll be or wishing said, well, in that one. Right.
Okay. I was therefore a real Christian Donkor and or ten can. I brasso say it didn't come on. Some of my Bobby Breso. And meaning baby, the Bashar Sebefa, Suzuki and Toyota companies is here assembly plant. And Penny can be a trim. Any Missibia, a yada crack, a bianada. And for so be pan a war as a dear company. I
you are one medasi. In fact, this the commissioning of this Toyota plant, assembly plant in Ghana, no, I doson bebre. Na especially in Mambunupa na Baba Boao. Na I'm saying on the 29th June 2021, and I found official lunch in Ebaso. Na omampeni bo benefits no bebre. Na yabet Jim Rena ya church bimu because if you are na ye brofuna near Kano. As I see at the core grounds now for just
okay.
One thing a challenge to MPP about
communication.
The complicity of the terms I use in terms of brofo. In president, they say, your mamu. And also, no, my friend say, Bibi obey an international agencies also, community also picked it. Into a official language in English.
Yeah.
It definitely want to mean ko down on church more tree. It can say communicate as no. I'm going to cut down. Look, Ghana, Ocho Mutai, tree there. And almost 80%.
Yes.
And he would church was now cut down, say, hey, for so dear. Which I said, because I dear cry a call and chain. The job background, Ubi in your home. Obi in your home. Look, being uncophobia. In someone more can't even sa a commissioning of this assembly plant, able produce can yet. But obeying. So what I say, ye na say a pet, a jumama mebum. Na yan started. Unim say a plant now Molanchina, a dick alpha and call for 340 something, 234 employees. A dick alpha. That's the first.
Okay, first thing.
So one, it is going to reduce the employment standards, you see, unemployment situation.
Okay.
Amoy assembly in crack no amoy na young starting producing 334 employees. Now benefit number 2. Once a plant in our say if you will agree with me, say ebia can tanka na or try say in Kobeya cars waha. Which ye na ya kase ye good thing. But ye who so say ebia no say amu asambo the plant no wahanoa or the parts ni bibia ye be we no in efia mano no don't know how it is. So assembling I know the ya na ye normal even bicycle tricycle yeah the banya but when it comes to say when I'm with the abano, it means then that there are some basic things and kaye import wa yebe waha. So there's going to be newly acquired skill, acquisition of skill.
Okay.
Anka ebia onse obi kotua fitina kwakoye engine no akoye niesitu exhaust pipe ne when yakase complete car onto me but when mabano yebenya Ghanaians ni benya akwenya esua how to make a complete car. So we'll get to a point that we'll get a Ghanaian company that will manufacture a full car engine or waha. What do you say? Bibia can seat, bibia complete. And you say you could top pass and about near bear some pumu. Initially, maybe now they are coming, they will do it, but as they upgrade their plant, you know, everything including the engine. Inti Ghanaians have an opportunity to acquire new skill acquisition, and that is it. So once you acquire the new skill, no, over outer, also to make a set automotive, let's say company, I will be to my year full car. I'll be now the employer. This is how we industrialize. Two, said with this particular, ebe buama, your my friend says sika yasisa ediko forest. That is exchange in dollars, pounds. I the crackano ebe form. It means then that say in cards because of the obsession obia your market no. Until say here cars in Titemia import ever. But now that President said on the banks, ebe can now produce a very low, affordable car. It means then that much of the cars are in Kencity import. That means is that you will be buying this in cities. Into being who have Russia may come market market change dollars. Now the pressure by dollars so now a depreciate. So one, the money will be stable with this presence of this assembly plant. So it's very good. So by reducing importation of cars, the pressure you call say you could change dollar, pounds, na now dollar no much of the depreciation in pressure will be a market as well as $1. This into so better. Now beyond that, the OSHA benefit number 3. I say now OSHA West Africa, any Africa for that matter, you be produce Toyota cars power. And you know what that means? It means then that we have the opportunity rather export this to African markets.
Okay.
And that will earn us the necessary forest inflows.
Oh, I see.
Yes. So the foreign exchange, I'm mind so enya. And at 4, once they are producing here, now yes, protocol and now we business a year definitely Toyota will pay huge tax in terms of corporate tax
to the government.
PAYE to government.
Oh, I see.
So government revenue will also go up. And yes,
aside creating job for the youth.
It will boost your revenue generating from taxation.
Wow.
Because they bet your PAYE, they will value added tax, they will also be corporate tax. And we know that Toyota, so their cars in it, producing the tax in the end, they want to tax. About to build it 1 year, build most of the roads in Ghana. So seriously, that is it. Down beyond the tax in here, there is what we call confidentiality in a country. It sends a strong signal to outside. They say Ghana to invest here is very safe. Bring your investment. So you're going to also propel FDI, let's say inflow of investment.
Okay.
I say direct investment will come because other types of automotive companies, like Design and others, almost so much. Almost present said, now once Ghana, Toyota to me a corner there, you said Ghana, an investment hub. And you know, yes, young fire the call. And to my say, Binusa by your visibility, I'm more per land. Now the number advice here, Ben said, Mamu 9 set the plant, head office in Accra.
Okay.
Kumasi or hot, Tamale or hot, Takradi, a Binusun starting free hot. I branch in him. I buy your policy should be like you shouldn't concentrate every head office here. What I say, Hanakasa na to stroke.
Okay.
Inti Kumasi ho Takradi, Tamale. Ni akwako setebia nizama ko hona mo starting from there. Vast land ho. Now ebema locals for no one when your first hand to be employed. What I say, o call a isua beer as I say, Bisuko, Nanki Benwana, Isuko, we say Benz, Mercedes Benz, almost started. Not the whole country now, I say Africa, mouthpiece for half of automotive industry, no, so Akoso. What is now beyond that? There is what we called very, very significantly. This is going to boost our GDP seriously. Once confidence ascending to the international community in terms of investment, as you see other automotive companies in Eban, I will never no ha near to me a huge tax. Na omani nyebi na ye so that industrial area the koshishe ho na ye expanding our various sectorial activities now. At the end of it all, our GDP be very gargantuan, very big. And you know what that means? It means then that our debt to GDP will also reduce because the GDP always be a denominator. Okay. Once your policy and your actions expand the base, which is the GDP, the debt to GDP you always say it should fall within this and will also become. Even Toyota alone, from next year going out, we start, you see the GDP levels and then the growth levels. Once GDP expands, then definitely growth will be prepared. And yet Ghana will be 3.6. Kufo Jana almost 8. Will be about 3.6. And our president Kufa the Beji they call about 7 something. Now COVID is with the next year, with the presence of Toyota alone, any other ones will be a GDP is going to propel it. And then another benefit, and also very significant, our ranking. You know, this Standard & Poor, Moody, ranking, and all those things. We see, once the signal is sent outside that, Ghana is safe for investment, so you should come in your numbers to invest here for us. One, the investors need idea be. And so that also, in a way, eat into the perception that Ghana is safe. It will affect, give you a very good ranking. Once the investment come in, because the model, it takes the chunk of investment into the model, and that will give us a better score. Once it gives us a better score, then our ranking will be improved. And the end goal of the ranking is say a kwama no say a kobobi sie bia na ye kwaji loan. Once we are able to improve our ranking, we will dictate the interest rate to the investors, those who will buy the bond. Yeah, they be dictate. Yes, because I'm buying the numbers. So be a Ghana bond at all. Was a static because of the good managerial skills of our resources in the country by President Nana Akufo-Addo. One, how our ranking status improved. And this thing goes into the determination of the interest rate. So now go into. So with this, once it boosts the investment, our ranking will be improved. That means anytime we go into the international market, any money at all, we pick it and we detect the interest rate that we pay.
Okay.
So many benefits that it will come aside the employment that will create for graduates, the new acquisition skills that will come. All these things are benefits. Na abua omai. And yes, the youth, that is where sometimes I have a problem with some people who face the country, face the community problem.
Problem, let's say.
My problem, they say, look, President Onka say any problem or my move. Until the tone of the narrative, Nana say, oh, countries is there, your problems. Until Oka say, or being facing any problem. I am fine because you're a developing country. You're in developing visa. Until yes, some Mobaka say, oh, young fixed country, near maybe a year. But one you can say, you fail to mention specific areas that need immediate attention. Because whether you like it or not, President Nana don't mean facing Ghana problem in that one. Masa is a sure bet. So we concentrate on aspects that your immediate needs, ones that are very in our long term. So until mention, but then we help them out. And look at employment. One, my friend said, a Greek, other areas because it be an idea here. But then government, you see, when we started, government had been able to bring out two things and can be expected. Once you are pushing that the country should be fixed, to be fair, because you can't say president in fixing again, but you who near me nubia, just a president is doing something dear, but one abaso near Gusu a push out for more. But the one is Green Ghana. In here you could be it's about 5 million. It's
more than that.
Yes.
The expectation was a 5.
And you catch on say, look, in here you Ebama timber in your womb. Timber and Biano will serve as an input into our various companies. Produce in the plywood in the day. And when they get the the input now, they will expand their operation. And graduates say, "Elba, I'm going to absorb immediately." Into planting of tree, very important. Solving Ghana's problem in terms of employment and other things. More you can see could be ye musa mushe t-shirt wimpo she said, oh, yeah, na yam for your punjum. Man, two. Same year you do ya, haba. Yeah, Dr. Mensan only at the one some of the heba a year. Same year you been in grave free. Almost so much. She says,
okay, all right. It's champion so mommy.
Yeah.
Now, the honorable member of parliament for Asen Central and group chairman Edema Kencity Media, the honorable Kennedy Kwame Ohene Japan, encoding Komo. 1st July 2007, and Kencity Media, especially Oman FM, and Edema Kunya, enya 14 years. Honorable, Emoache, Emoakwaba.
Thank you.
Akrana Mpumbo Kode.
Oh, Boko, Wadaruma, Mumpai.
Yeda Yuswase. Obeni, Wadaruma, say Obiti, share no pay. Dear ne buy, dear now about transit dream who say, me setting up this business, a bit me abo on my Ghana.
No, but that's what question. Maybe I turn my negatives to be positive.
All right.
But I'm trying to work around it to make sure say I did be wrong. My mama, I ask I papa or my brother.
Okay.
And he said, the first year, Minya said, my radio station, any TV station, was a P7. Now I'm a P7.
Okay.
And I'm a of a slump of any encounter. When I was responding, I won't person here, how. So I walked out of the place and I said to myself, may I also make a radio station near you?
All right.
For that time, now almost all the stations for NDC, the year politics, so called propaganda, anyway. So maybe stations, maybe. I will be able to say MPP4 as a bit me.
All right.
That is the beginning of the whole thing. I inspire me, so I was saying, maybe Kencity. Now, I didn't get it easy at all. I didn't get it easy. To tell you the truth, let two are motisweet. Maybe I have a Bob Papa Nabaso, your friend, and not Amanqua, no, Ashanti regional chairman.
Okay.
Or no, Emma, the name Netu, at the border Koji licenses and Farmer. Me call set me open licenses, Emma, Honorable Kandapa, no communications minister. I catch the fair. Omu the Yama. Or face challenge because even in an
okay.
May Shen and Munyam said, Apano to beach, one in the capital.
Wow.
He handed over the license to me to go and change it into my name.
Okay.
License fee, Gloria Wagi. Then I bought Ash FM.
Okay.
A year, Oman FM. Ash FM gave $500,000 to get it. Now, Oman FM, we have some budget license really. Upon sending you see Tosu Major Tano, and yes, President Kufo, the one of us, he had to step in.
Okay.
The guy said, if he not all Abuja. And Oka said, the secretary, Enfre, Majortano, no, Nenikaza. You don't believe it, say, President Secretary, Enfre, Majortano, Secretary, Oka said, Uniho, on file number, and money secretary, or the own to me, and fat Majortano, telephone number, Emma, sitting president.
Wow.
And one is Jiga, and I said, what? The whole president wants to talk to your boss. And I'm chief phone. I'm catching around. I say, oh boss, meeting a president here in 30 minutes. So boss and new president Kufofia, you shouldn't go to his office. Now who on left to say Director General, NCA, who find the number Emma, a whole sitting president of this country. Then I know President Kufofia was oh, then you can handle him. And I'll call Abuja.
Okay.
One Timika and of the part. So President called Michael Quay, former speaker, on an air communications minister at that time.
Okay.
So on seat with and Sa Acadian. I did a year 3,000 that time. On the Ashford, all the equipment. I'll be giving you that to license remain a costume $500,000.
Wow.
Abra, for money from there $3,000. So that's how I started it, and I gradually beginning then easy, especially the TV. Boys never was saying see Bokrono. I also picked young guys, Woman News. And so, we train you mother put you. And the good thing about Oman FM and Kencity Media, we really build people popular. Okay. When they leave Kencity Media, I can mention a lot of names.
Okay.
Kencity, they were so popular.
Yeah.
Guys say DJ Awana.
Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah.
There was me boy this number. TV3. Another girl TV3. I don't think I'm news. I'm not going to train anybody for them to post them.
Okay.
I didn't give a young man news. So the initial I got back. Osha almost system was right. You move back, no, the concert you have. Studio will see. Oh no, it's me catch me say, Emra 2009, or catch me, or me say, the NBC no power. Oh no, album maybe call. You're watching a small kind, so me say, NDC, the party no power. I want to see what the party has done for him now. I don't want to so many things have gone. So, stay. Almost stay here, so they are doing very well.
Okay.
And I always encourage you be me. I'm way any muscle. The best of be a man in the Edmabiano, or ye, and let's see Waffle or Cocoa Board. Just say everywhere he calls. Oh, they say,
yeah.
The good ones are doing well in life.
All right.
Those who rush and talk, say, oh my, you know, and let's say, I said, I'm catching him. Monge. Pia, what back on my nephew? Net two. Ash. Why are popular? What do you move it? It's the same popularity is there.
Oh, it's true.
So it is the brand. In a Japan brand, MEP brand. And I'm a radio station, I mean, Kencity Media.
All right.
Madam was
okay.
Workers are more hold for Ama station, I popular. As I say, the real Kumasi, the Cotono, he was so good. And say, I'm waiting, also a bank crime.
Yeah.
And then, all the why popular.
Yeah.
What do you offer? Masabian free. Oh, you obey Sikake. That's how they put them. But the dinner at this because the radio station is not as popular for one person.
All right.
Or the two.
All right.
And I can Kencity Media.
Okay.
And the Medina also drive station. Someone call for effort.
All right.
Especially Oman effort. I'm not quite sure I had it. From the what I'm in the Kusabi.
All right. Political intimidation. Osha say no amanyo four challenges kakra ofemo.
You say no. Now you invite NDC MPP. We have something here. Any former regional minister Eric Opoku. All of them. There are a couple of guys no more. But when you challenge them and say you know crap, then these people we've also had MPP paying for politicians woman back TV show, radio show of Kencity Media to me or man from almost support. Ama yet me do baby to MPP for and so with almost
all right.
Especially the communicators. They have done well for Kencity Media because they patronize the stations and not come and and give that politicians will be our contributor to the success of Kencity Media. The Domas, the Mishra woman.
All right. Okay. Your honorable, now no Odi 61st birthday. There was a program only Mebuno di in Shia. I did show other regions so call on you say. I mean, I don't know be Audi be about Kumasi and Anka only Mobedi Shia. I said, do not to me, Ama, Wadaruma, also say. All right. And say, actually, no. Hello, honorable. Okay, okay, you. Champion, 14 years, and honorable Ken Japan at the Kencity Media, Ababedru, and 14 years solid. Medisa Waka, Bika Crane by, I think in 5 years. And I know into Momo Shasiano, a Boma Basso. Then I'll be cancer near home.
No crapper woman say, see, business be a Cosubiano. It depends on the purpose behind that particular setup.
Okay.
And the objective and the zeal that they put into the business. That will lead to long-term sustenance of the business.
All right.
And Osha, Honorable Ken, we are building certain foundation. And we're creating your BBC goodwill.
Okay.
And goodwill we're creating your both your personal goodwill and fugitive.
All right. So, Mamma, you buy a car, Sassam, you ever tongue cry, I ever home sober, you buy ever trunk on so.
Michael, we support the new system. Yeah, Mama Michael.
Pacho, what Tony near?
Let's not go be able to go when you have it.
Me support my business for new system. Hey, what's a Michael t-shirt? Mato t-shirt. Me come back be fan kan no. You t-shirt go mommy.
Boss, champion, Mr. Willie one.
Okay.
Thank you. Supporting the new system.
And your well-being.
FICO 20 is not suitable for children under 12 years of age, pregnant women, and lactating mothers. A quality product from Joy Herbal Center. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
My name is Ikuya Anderson. I'm from the Ghana Statistical Service. I'm a census official, and I'm here to count you and your household members for the 2021 population and housing census.
Hey, you people, you come to count us all the time, but we get nothing out of this. Do I even have time?
Daddy, please take an ID card and letter in. It must be counted. It's very important. You see, the data they collect is for various purposes. To know the total number of people in the country, the characteristics, housing conditions and stuff, to inform policy. The data in school.
The 2021 population and housing census will leave no one behind. The census night is 27th June. Counting of all persons who spend the census.
Welcome back. This is the Dialogue Show Financial Friday with Christian Donkor, a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants Ghana, an auditor and a chartered accountant here live on Net2 television. This is Ghana's biggest and the most highly respected political, social and current affairs talk show. You can join us on our social media platforms, especially on YouTube at Net2 TV. Champion,
yeah.
Now I no go.
Yes, so 14 years so far so good. You may just say establishment before a year pay to me. I sustain for a long time. No, it depending on the owner and then the management behind it. Now, Osha Net2 TV and then on Mine FM and the Kencity as a general media, Osha. Your team Nangasa no a friend can. So I win him in the principle when it comes to attitude and then business. Always be a team be our can. So on the same basis, I know they are into the management of the setup. What I say, one man running as an entity, and yeah, dear personally or didn't mushishim a ye bibia and I say decision be I would take it. Sikaba, no, I did no as a sunny now, nor the affair and chain, nor the court. Na or staff organization no sika bebe na no ayese oil life blood na circle one imboje wo mu no recycle sa na wonya life wa independently sika ba no workers in saka near say obligation to the state omiti proactiveness and wo hwe CEO or dan no remember Stella look at very fantastic a leader, send you city over any posture, and we see the managerial skills. How are people interacting with employees? Look, sometimes we make and sending on employees in communicating. What is a very lovely Bibiba Nasa or yeah, on what in who show maybe near Shabo Sanya the managerial skills and proactiveness. On himself, what I have to meet this obligation to the state, my tax. My this, fantastic. What you say? We share the time cry now position was to cry near ye. Obiam to me and Kasek NCT Crampono, where very tax, and now why this? Ni renew, Bassa so renew. Seriously, no renew, Bibia. Wow, it is so beer. What should that bonnet being said? May be Nancy Crow Kai, a way, vet here by now Muntaka. Kofa bibidia fra Kencity home. Oh ya keka ya sana ne na eboa wa sheda ko kuku ade gu paper so be ka negu na tu ne ye ni oh ya asate na wodwane nanka ya sama wo kan ne yeturu a ka de na wo Kencity ni ade nkokot but as MP wa ko gina wo kan de gu ani mase you see when something is good and you try to give it a bad name you will not sustain that when you cry be buase o just say there by say a tiny keke number so o just say ni na ye good leadership are behind the Kencity and everything. And one thing that is helping, the goodwill that the Kencity Media has created, and it's personal and fugitive. Look, the personal one is the one built by the owner. Owner nankasa wo Obi a me de koto Kencity because honorable King Japan. The goodwill is running personally. And you fugitive. Fugitive also the one that the establishment has created. And let's assume that honorable King Hokura, this business will sustain forever.
Yeah.
What I say, into a body fugitive, so I know that one is attached to the business.
Okay.
And not the owner. But most often, say, who build the enterprise and a business be now you one say a personal goodwill one build for the establishment now. So owner ni wa and your personal one. It is owner ni hope negu. What I say, especially what try to say, it be a hospital, be the hospital. Now you see and doctor know you good. No a build the personal goodwill into be as a doctor way or your good make one train year not doctor no. One build the one independent. A doctor be because their doctors are good. So irrespective of the CEO now also you good no or few are advisor a be good. To was be tribi minimum good. Now a personal goodwill. Or we pet hospital to be uncle. But Kencity, they have personal goodwill that is a child the owner or kasapene we are saying or be able to two. Fugitive,
okay.
Attached to the business,
okay. And
fugitive, and you're the owner and the video is the setup, the way you do your things, that create the goodwill. Because you see, Kencity, idea a supporter buying Obeka, Sadia Bina touch also Obeka. It's why a personal goodwill, like fugitive, are created to the business. Look at the banking sector, can allow the you feel say and no the way forward the bit to have buying no sustaining. And confess and confosika kogumi ye draha ye kanya in a way Obeka said now a way of pushing the government that was allowed. And look at the huge goodwill that created for Netu TV especially others. Obi asat now Kram Sankaino they are said to bring say because they know say Modiano, near yes, what you are thinking about the ordinary person on the street that you do the thing for, and that is the good work.
All right.
So we are wishing Netu TV on Man FM, Kencity asset, a long-term life, and we wish that even if someone is not there, the business should continue forever.
All right. That is Christian Donkor, a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants, 14 years. Since the establishment of Kencity Empire, Kencity Media. Kudos to the Kencity Group Chairman, the Honorable Kennedy Kwame Hine Japan. Papa, I don't pay a more modern pay and a bondemo. Yamame, Madam Stella Wilson, a Japan. In fact, she has been mother to all of us. I just say, Omona, Abuatu to New penny for Matutunio, Mama Baby, Yababidu. 40, anybody and chair, me, I know I'm by my name Finum. Until about 14 years, and so 9 years ahead of us. Your colleagues are more that's all. You better mono. Mamu any Juma on Tonkoso. Na Yenshe, Umo ha, Omatina, Mua, my yes, a bit 5 years. Yamame, Edawasi. Ya papa, the Minchao. Uncosum crew cream, we do a beer cheer, Matine, sa, Kakranka, and he said, Yade Queen, especially Yamame. That was papa. And Mr. Donkor, you find on tour. Now, Yemra, say, BTSC.
Yeah, so here conclude
on
Toyota
assembly plan.
So we have narrated the benefit.
Yeah.
The benefit say a big creative serious employment in the country.
Okay.
And then another day for say the face the country people. So if I'm a genuine at least. Time I'm launching face the country on the net is we. I buy take it 2 steps. Be a me feel say a way ebe boa or mine a grow to say off is a country. One, the green Ghana. In there was so many benefits, feeding the industries, feeding the companies, and other things. And on the best expanded the system, nama we do ejumaya. Intika musu ejuma huwa nasa usu yina abai take move no. Anya kranka mo participate here. And anka mo this statement by say, oh, we thank God. Say, yeah, can abai etumia de we aba. We feel say no so be bo man. Now no, we are pushing for more. Ni ehun say ampa genuinely. One year. Now Toyota commissioning of the Toyota plant. Bisam said, a Juma able already say afa 334 employees. The employees no amunya Ghana for. Enya you for ya na efa. But yembisa say abasobodie ben and obi dia bo aban. Ya mention the benefit edeba both short and then long term edeba more mine. Entino abasobodie ben nka ya fa sa mo fi say yam face country we ya ama nipa bi adwuma. Now we should be boost our revenue. Now ebe my very competitive ebe attracting more investment into the country. Now ma amo ada a brand no so abe set wa ha na wenye adwuma ye no. Mo can face the country. Can most the statement about say we are boa ban abaso. 1 year or the other Debbie. Here ni say ya my kwan ni hit street demonstration. Meanwhile, so no demonstration now okoye na agba no. Pinpoint here there 1 2 a okoye demonstration no. Enti no an say yanko. We say you may have a good case. But one approaching here in the long run it will not serve. What you say? And only advice I think be I home say. And yes will be sane as an only. But then what you say attitude na for can cry. Government has put up measures establishing Niama. Edaba so body no fees are fair. Okay. But in Yamu answer still ya mamu. Akwenya na munkoye demonstration. Look, me my council police. Demonstration more being an against a president and not do so demonstration. South Africa demonstrate. Yeah, even to a point to say electoral commission mami ya betwaba. Young company register keke. Yeah, demonstration cause ankosi who yeah. Otase. Anti demonstration ya de obi true. But be careful when you are doing certain things. Otherwise, Obama nipe ready meanings into what you do, and nobody will support. Ebedum maybe obi an support because what's the face country? Obi the serious investment yaba watumi aye. That's the first African, and you have several even African markets with these cars and all those things. You have a new skill acquisition. Graduates engineers full-fledged car. And you are quite bang, and I'm with the actors are with the wire. We encourage you to do more. Nanka most move push more. Now the idea saber. Debbie and Unkwa. No more politicians are judging. Look, Peter can let me tell you. So if you let the politicians bring in, especially at the other side, and they are going to demonstration now. Remember, said the other party on members. They will also start and get back at the end of the day. And what a party thing. And to just be fair, when government takes a step in the way of filling the country and not facing the country, where do you idea saw the man on farmer? Say one baby soon you not see face a government and face it. That's all Oba near na ya but be specific. Near was a bia. You was a roadway yet. You was a way yet. Into your bashi government and why. Near na ya the not to near. But the one yes, sir. Nasa Muja a bind your bibias you who yet. The 10 be I bedded in attempt. Yet this says face the country by and a friend in Kolankasa. Yet fear you see anymore. All in the name of a near deep president. To the extent of 2-4 will be to me so direct. No pin for what dream directed like that. I didn't care shown to Makakra president and Rabba Kubijna radio so I Mugabe. Now president useless one that just like that to talk sa nipa miensa can Taylor way some say no more teachers uncle gabi no was social media or the BBB fun chair water look would different I saw the video be na ave all pam na na chow some show atom the diave na me kra ave me yamano. Probably I know you push it and go for started say can near fire them, fire this, and we did do a for the depressing penny for just direct and rap oh soon patch on another facha me. And at the end of the day, at the time I would do a coin, and me wanna pass a look. Say obi ya de no nyen no not the ibasia. Hey, fine. Ya mo modiana pre ya ntumi ye but mo amu oje nsuya what I say problem obi anka se bi ni ha but the president ya de bonabaso okay obasi afisi bibi so a me yan fese na together we build a better Ghana na nya se bibi a ye hu ye na ne oye nyinara ya ye and mamika this and son you move on to the next one. Look, let me tell you, say ya kase obi pay you for some a good president for that matter. No, but say yeah, and only president Nanadu Donkor to me so far you can challenge it, have a different opinion. It's not intelligent. You can bring your opinion and tell me. But based on your me, President Nanadu or standing tall. What you say? Look, yeah, we were in this country here. Now, yeah, Sikat the Bank of Ghana, 5 billion. Cumulatively near the Ahmad Unibank. No, Wafakodi, because after mismanaging the bank, no, Wakwaji liquidity support 5 billion. And you're mismanaging the economy in such a point, say, not Sikakra ruin we say problem. And that took us to IMF. IMF, Sikaya Kwaji, I have less than $1 billion. 900 who converted that time now do 5 billion Ghana cedi. But yet the man obi liquidity support. And money kwatwe. And the end result was that IMF for kwaji nisika do 5 billion. Or catch us public sector place employment a freeze on it. Graduates have been in Nara cumulatively no go a pilot and another. You graduate unemployment in this country. Young now the IMF yakwa no so or a year you know and China doom so be bem into around fa nipa of public sector doom so be bom a cool private business into private businesses so into me employ and a heap. Look at how President Nadu came in as a sort of job magic no pesika no ye and to the extent that even the first action or co-issue loan be Ama at a low interest rate, no be ye. Near attracted with high interest rate now. Interest rate net here upon Yifro. Vesman and Kakra. Or making sure say, why yarn and good managerial skills, you to me ye if IMF. So opportunity opened and he started recruiting into the public sector. Soldiers, army, this nursing, nursing, compile 4 years near Ethiopia or starting so post to one. No, my name graduate 40 years to happen to see you association. Now, President me Juma. Oh, we are young Makaso or said the big map more boom by bringing up cook. I know they buy it. So, what Jimmy be a castle be pay you for some years? Listen to me. I am President Nanado. And no matter how you frame the thing and put it on him, the man is performing fantastic. And sometimes, look, we are people at the institute. You say how we will be say how the president or stretching on sa. Until never be brought was a don't yesika again. Nam say with Jessica. Taxika kana yinyano. A good managerial skills. Loopholes are through which people sink money down and take it away. Okay. So it's not that or be on you someone in Basabasa anyhow. And you know, ama sisiano. Nyamani now block woman. Siso to me tax and about nyebi. For example, Look, now nobody in the Bank of Ghana there will give that liquidity support to anybody. And now, Osha Bank of Ghana reported by corporate tax are the good banks are can with money. She said, I over 3 billion.
Okay.
As someone,
okay.
Nobody will take even 1 cedi from it. Me never come to
all right. Yeah, consi a issue at that point so ba sika judgment debt ho asema sa program na aba anti a portion of blames blame games and as aba the NDC is criticizing the government, especially the former energy minister. He has also come to respond to that issue. NDC for addressing media. I want home much so madrin Africans and be some media feeding statement about says power purchasing agreement in Oyo. A buying aye and shaham I could to judgment debt of $170 million. Of any near the woman now a buy from so former energy minister and from so now the NDC for can and no credit and answer intro.
Well, oh, sir, judgment debt in the buy. Metia so many stories, obisa narratives. Na me aso me ya media no. One conclusion na me so media no. Etam so. As explanation bi abu a change akon de man.
Okay.
Na mo say that statement no. Me ya research na mo say tally pepe information me so nya fi our own way I dey tally here. In your way. So look. This agreement you say you have problem with power. And you say you signing agreement. Now you have power. And I'm good. And you say sign agreement. The last time I say agreement here about 43 as 45 of them.
Yeah.
And you must say the 45 of them come more. Now I say capacity now you hear at that time. That's about 2,500 megawatts. Our peak demand.
Yeah.
But you sign it and contract ni be produce on immediately no okabomwa. Yeah, about 5,000, over 5,000. I say why?
Times 2 of it.
Times 2 of it. That's a why.
Okay.
And those agreements is why you sign also no. Who sign agreement now don't say it becomes a law. Open no be contract. Now okay yes way. Agree not so agree.
I'm from something.
Now I'm from something as a can. Oya de yebeji efrizo. Sa uka sa wo nye na kwa e court is a court to be ma compensation to the other person. Yes. Because they will say that contract no ama wa enka certain e be a friend consideration. What is it? Now consideration also is very costly, so you must be compensated. So anything be aware as a contract in Ibiano, when you are signing agreement, you have to be very careful, because once I will be signing, a idea about binding on you, and a country, especially when you are signing something on behalf of the country, governance is continuous. And to be a president, to be a so about signing or mine or jawo pe no de bakono as a offer as a responsibility. Look, the contract they sign na ohwane eguso a eye excess no a na o calculate cumulatively na every year as a bank about $585 million otua on free your tax money your tax money so to me and your road in you. Obia sign agreement at all. Agreement, you know, a power no here. But then every year, because we sign agreement and acquire law and a bind you also.
And show because of contract or ne Obia Kosa.
Yes.
Okay.
So the person that did it, you know, I don't upon them, you know. I'm almost idea no way, you know. Say I started one I'm signing.
Okay.
And I'm started to but the last time check I say near 1 billion one free 1 billion. Can you this Kumasi kind more? And can you dual road ma this accident is what But 1 billion you triama be because of be assigned something that will be SS or the Ashas Yamra. So one more say after you Sikaka, I'm very young home battery. Any executive committee said, look, go through and see the agreement and then you look to my because Obia saying real. So you cannot just say me, but sit down and see whether we can do something about it. I almost do a sign now. And near or I'm committee no way. Now I'm look about 10 things be one. A serious rearrange it and not have baby or my mobile teaching to ditch. One casa which is 580 million. Would the university for to bit me school fees in be free among for free. So why should you throw it away? Into almost say, oh, 13 be there, young mom, mother crana, young cancer. But about way, said 13, I say, a arrangement. A bit more hokra, more agree said, oh, and can you produce this year and young chum? Nayan chum near you say, near you or no mashisha, and a company be your hot house, say, there's a do on Tiasia. Now, I don't know, I'm some friend, the Ghana
Power Generation Company.
Now, besides that company is a Ghanaian owned or international with the name Ghana. International company, Ghana
Power Generation Company.
And the name national in the first place, had a form with that company. And now the internet, then the rest will be no matter. Oh, you have prolongo, not let Tania ye, or get no while you are saying media, Beko. Nothing yet. Now, what's what? Not contract, the last man of it, that's about 13 years, like Jaco said, 13 years. And the Awahene, we are calculation on. Nasa, SS now here. So we make Liane a travel for the 13 years now. Sika ban we be free from Ghana, topable money, cedi, dollars. And yes, it is all. You convert $7.2 billion. You bet you good that 10 years expand. But if you are now, Mama, 3 years, it will be renewed. And Attorney General said within 3 years, no crown. Say from 2016, normal council to 20, Saka young councillor, and you bet you about 1.7 billion the amount. By 13 long a period, Lydia, and can bet you about 7.2 billion. Free power win here. Or why in this I say, and it's all agreement in your table. Power and so. And so those agreements are relevant or irrelevant. And you're relevant. Since it's so there. Then it means you must do something. Otherwise, you spend Ghanaian money 7.2 billion at Twig. And Tianona, I'm estimating say you cancel those agreements, no cry. And yet they are once obedient in Sakushimuni, judgment debt, beba. And judgment debt, yes, I'm estimating is about $600 million. Say you chomu crambona $600 million a year. Judgment that we expect. And some way option I'm say better. Say now. Say your fund say you chom crano de call. Now say your my judgment debt $600 million near tria. And you better say your bama travel near 7.2 billion for Ghana. And so what we normally do is that what's 7.2 and only a future cash flow. So who total agreement in here, then they must find the present value of that future cash flow now. When value. Now because only na contract and a future cash flow. So I won't pay the asset future there and the value. Look, T. Sanka will find the present value of 7.2. Using the present value of annuity factor because 583 million for 30 annuity. Who use formula now they are. The present value now can see in conform agreement and I can see 4.1 billion.
4.1 billion.
Billion. As if I didn't for the present value. Okay. Present value of annuity factor. Formula no some fan to drama na memoir. 1 minus 1 over 1 plus R, raise the power and divided by R. Put it there. Okay. Into any annuity. Fire shall be 4.1 billion.
I'll thank you, Tia.
And can see it here. But I'm the core quarter, I will share, necessary 600 million. No cry, estimate is I want the corporate bayano. I'm at 170. I'm 170 million.
So in this case,
necessary to 4
government avoided
7.2
unnecessary spendings be another amount of money that we are going to pay.
Seriously, 7.2 billion.
Wow.
And in the 7.2 billion, 30 years, I buy a to 4 woman. You see, for doing that one, near the amount was $175 million. Who the young now? But even those 7.2 find the present value, like I said, because we pay 4.1 billion. Now you see, now that comes to who did this who caused it. That is my problem.
Look, before there was a statement here.
Yeah.
The vice president of Imani Africa, Kofi Bento, was saying, so the contract signed with independent power producers, IPPs, as by the previous National Democratic Congress administration, NDC, were unspeakably bad and should be cancelled. The vice president of the policy think tank, Imani Africa, Kofi Bento, has said this, and he said he argued, therefore, supported plans by the NPP government administration to cancel all those contracts.
Look, not champion, I just cry yakacho. What can I come and show? So, we are saying idea now within a probably just 7.2 billion. Only 7. Even 1 billion, we need quite a bit to my own my will. So,
not in CDs too.
And yet, Mamma from Mount Frontier by a sermon. Obia or Betrason. Tim be an agreement be obey saying Biano, making sure say be favor. No Cotrevia when you're gay.
Oh, Sabum.
Most of the contracts are or qua. Mammy inside Bibia. Me qua, many cash flow be informed. But President, so I have a responsibility. Problem is to make sure say one. On to me, say near what sign on me trouble because I need a contract. But what you can do is to review it and make sure say when you're the best option. So the best option is that Southern will pay about $583 million for 13 years. Now Hango Kong. Now Kaboma is 7.2 billion. And he said, what money will be the court? Near Sikotia 170 million. Now you not be beyond some court. Look, corporate governance, company be what? Say, maybe a bad management. And it's a company identify. Not on and with no, let me do away with this bad manager, not the new management. The management, look at the financials of the organization. You do what we call restructuring. And to restructure, we say, look, yeah, deal with it. And one company, where you sign agreement here, agreement. To the extent, I want to make us what 12 years because on a stakeholder on an sign agreement, or you are the so what you do that? You engage with them. So, oh, Charlie, when you are bad money, I must say, we own a organization, a good Monsans income seeker. Into the end, I agree with this. Who come to me no trust? Restructuring, a 2 hour creditors in come to be the beach. And to shall be a crown, one what you see. And your moon under the cocoa.
Yeah.
A bloom crab with good review. Yeah. A moon quite a chair. And I could say, Sabia Yanya to 4 war. Now you do we are mine. Now maybe so. That comes because who created it. Look, seriously, I wouldn't upon. Listen to me this morning. Look, sorry, John Jinapo. Listen to me this morning. And I'm not going to miss West. Look, you were going to sign agreement. And you knew very well, said, power me saying on a SS, me here. And you know, no pressure. What say I dare be on behalf of your company? That's a pressure in this one. You dictate your terms of the agreement. When I'm some lawyers, who said English speaking media stations. Now more come profile give us a scratch. What sign agreement? Nothing say yes. Detect the paste. Maybe Sabo. Said that day no more cock saggy way a biggie. Said Dubana Moko train a day hotel horror. Would you what did dear me and my man? Who need pressure? Why didn't you put in agreement? Oh, listen to me. Say, me say a day SS. Me de Sagana Kong. Now, Sadia, I'm here, a SSI here. A bet me about some maybe background. Me here that power and chess, I'm too good. And you know, my main function, upper crime, I make a massa. I deal with you here, but here be your mama queen. But agreement, let me put clause. Please, put me. Bibi Shamu said, in the event, you said, Ghana, you hear that power near say cancel one, you cancel. Ghana will not pay any compensation to them. Why didn't you do that? But rather, you were forced to sign, say, clause say, in case Ghana you come you better compensate you. Look at it.
A former Minister of Power, Dr. Donkor, has exonerated himself of any wrongdoing or negligence in a power purchasing agreement with the Ghana Power Generation Company, GPGC, which has led to a $170 million judgment debt being slapped on the government of Ghana after it was abrogated. He has thus called the bluff of the Attorney General to probe all who were involved in the executing the deal.
Yeah.
He's also saying that I am not a lawyer. Yeah. Listen to Donkor.
Yeah.
He said, I am not a lawyer.
Those who are lawyers.
I didn't draft the GPGC power agreement.
Yes.
He was the minister.
He was the minister.
So who did?
But was he on your lawyer?
Yeah. So for now, he has taken himself out of it.
Your problem, energy sector, is that guy.
John Jinapo.
Look. And you going run, be saying certain things. When you were going to stand up, who in your power no? Some Namicha said, we were not under pressure, power who here. Said Nipa no agree, I will to be at 12 because who were enough, I was saying, I am more than 2,500. So why didn't you say, look, say if only you want me to give the opportunity to do the American Bishop said, say new president Biba, and as Biba no say, I deal with a 3 minute, you train your grab. Me Shamu said, you're about abrogating without any compensation. Why didn't you put that?
Okay.
So if that was put in the agreement, in Kakot to be in one, Trump of Wedibaka Society. Because it was agreed.
Oh, okay.
But your agreement after sitting down, what you trap the year, and the Uncle contracts where you be a conference room, I was you did to Chabby and no now I am comfortable. Then you sign what we did clause said. In case Ghana, we don't need this and we decide to cancel, we'll pay you compensation. They will put in the agreement.
Wow.
And somebody signed. Now they are President Anado Council grant. Now so buyer, no say, let me do the auction. Because we are there will be the secret. With the quantity, your budget compensation, man. Now see, you are said to 4 boya. Then you are shifting the blame to somebody said. And you see, so John Jinapas will listen to me. Metiana Spanish on my na. Baby and Waka said agreement in I sign. Na my got SSI you trace cow. On can baby, I said, your boy, na SS in your trash one. To me, that SS is trace cow. Then was a negotiation. Not only problem is negotiation. The option we gave them, if they had taken that option out, and $18 million if any KBT, look at you.
The option he gave to the
or advice you through the committee or whatever it is, I'm taking that option.
And what was that option?
What was that option? And I'm saying, okay, let's assume that that option I'm taking now. So you sign agreement. And the winning say about 18 million now this year. Then you go around blaming somebody. We say Ghana for some one more dinner sometimes. More passionate for this president about the kind of problem and mess they've created and put it on the head of this government. Look, feed the country. Problem I ain't now CMFC now were problem generated by somehow previous administration and put it on the neck of President Anado. And when you have a problem, what I say, and when you do this, no one turn it around. Then you go there. I've said it time and again. I'm saying that NDC, we have good people in, no doubt about that. In the institute, we are all colleagues. They are good. When you are looking for some people, come with fresh faces. Bibi to say, we say, I don't go. Me no problem with I don't because we was not involved in that mess. And it's all kind of no department, me no problem. But there are certain people that were in front of the previous administration that caused the mess. Sometimes when I listen to them, I say, look at you, John Jinapo, and they still parade him as energy expert to talk to me, Chris, on the energy. And you want me to believe you? When you were signing agreement that you did not need, you didn't take Ghana into consideration to say, when me here, I was not under any pressure. Timamin Fansham, and Cassette, in the case of here, my friend, mamu. And I'm more from Shashasi, in Cassio, beautiful bit to Mako. You accepted it and you knew says our power no grano. One sign crab Ghana, your light to be so. You tell me it's so. But you did that and put it on the head of the president.
All right, no. Okay.
And you know, yes, sir. Say, I'm on phone Tomobo. And your problem I generated the president Nanado. I know or try say or to set the system. Okay. I'm on phone to Basenamuti. I try the Ababa. Hey, Unis visa. Even committee report. Near Yakasian to Guno, a young people now small go their cushion. In the Nippon or report on Waha. All right. Or no, the French, I don't know that one. On car said, yeah, the Ubia cushion. As we acquire press conference to tell the Ghanaians, you think you're doing a block. All right. And when you are saying that I will be or time no need or no, yeah, bro, or who how a president, no, or sending insult. Insult.
All right. Ora Christian Donkor homeso na nchichimo ade ma immediately say ahefo na there will be the best judges. Ebe kwa homa no so ne Ghana fo bi akwa akodi nkomo kakra na mo nso amade madwen chinaba no ya fa kakra 2nd July 2021 financial Friday di kan obosomi mu na ene open election tie kwa homa no so Ghana fo nso chimo madwen about nkomo ayedi na no pay 0240 550899 nso betimi afre. Hello, good morning. Okay. 0240-550-899. Also, Wabekao na etimedding komo kama sansem de abrobro bebire so sa agreement amokan wasem mampanya daroma e beer company assembly plant Toyota be fam mebno duma. Ora Donkor kire say adentina yemo mampanya ba so fix the country for ina de enyanko na yeka obra mampanya fix nipa almost 334 ewo adwuma yeko homa so na Yenje Ghana for Baswa 40 seconds. Nekasa tenten. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Pacho, udini be wakase free wane meshani.
We ba na tusu.
Na tusu na we udini be wakase free.
Because obi kasa oso eti na kwa na ba na.
Fani power for mame. Onye krado so onye be kasa. 0240-550-899. Produce obi baso no yes happen we in ntem. Na the wire crowd so person e kasa on e kasa 0240-550-899. I mean come on for adwen chire kakra. 0 okay. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Pacho dini bebe wakase free. Pacho ma oneso kakra mai.
Pacho e frame Joyce Manfo.
O kase free he.
Kase free teshi.
Pacho ntio.
Pacho asama papa eken enti ndc for aye nipa boni for sa wonu sa ade ne nye na ma san ade no e pega na sika kwakuti we sa ebeboa wo na wo san fe achire asa ba bedi ade bio an na mo yeta ha me want to say me aren
Abatre
Ghana for mo fire nyi bias mo hwe na wo san pressure wo san be fa abana ba bedi na de ye jibi won ye nyimi sa o
okay
ye nyimi sa
all right
then we must wo mo nkoso
yate it has say mame DJ O'Malley from Goso and Wayosi I say Ghana is in a comfortable lead under the visionary and competent leadership of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and we will surely deliver Ghanaians with selfless and competent leadership. Let's have faith and confidence in NPP-led government. We shall succeed. Regards to hope in Pope and Abronia DC na Africa. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
But you didn't have your free.
We have to make a free ashalaja.
Opinion to you.
Aha, Masam say, Sunny accountant explaining near my Netunkwa no original no cancer me. I don't know man acquire money for a lot of the network. And go explaining some say engineer.
And then any man acquire or no.
What in the American I say?
Matilda can I say by
that network, you know. And now pay grassroots, yes, grassroots to form.
The government should make the government should make use of him. Abandon also making use of him. And Penifon also
grassroots, no more play and share. No more explaining set matter. Near sentiment tone. Government, you know.
Okay. Okay,
I said, but the silence means consent.
All right.
Yeah. Papa, what guy, Papa, and Kwan on a moment,
yo. That's it. The government should make use of Mr. Donkor. You also make it this you have Tibra. Information Ministry, they are all there. Tomuna also my friend, but Omaka Manotum.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hello. Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Call Franco Copper phone Papa Neto. Franco Trading Enterprise. On your phone, hello, good morning.
Morning.
Hello? Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, also, free.
Good morning. Mikasa free baller.
The Frau say?
Mikasa free baller.
The Frau say, open tea.
A friend Alaji.
Casa, Timenti on TV, so Casa itio.
Hello? Alaji Baba.
Casa, Alaji.
Mikasa free baller.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have me to say, Moody Papa will have TV so. Now I'm boy. That I did a person mention, make cannot say. A good say, Papa, we, Yanyan one next 2 TV. Now, tread, I did a fossil. Because yeah, teach, you know, you won't say, Omuka, say, and government engagement, that government, you know, government, no, yeah. After the Papa we train, no, Yanyan just said, then you could come poor. Since Papa no media mission of what there. On modern, on move radio station to radio station. So, but on what?
Yeah.
Whether information are friend who, one friend or a Jumapan oya. Now, go on one, want to me a Jumano, Bagana, my.
All right, that's it. Walanyu Inakotia say, at no given point, you can justify a drug shooting incident, but NDC also plans to engage in over-the-bar politics with a drug shooting incident. However, haven't we experienced worse in their regime than what we are seeing today? Where Walanyo and Obusa say, hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Udine baby akasa free.
Me family free takrade.
Over into you.
Some papa no church mu de near the fan the so the mama ba political guy no woman ko say other you no mo so kasa wo so that they boy because no yes na mo conference na ya no mo ya preference and preference ya na high pa na ya home.
All right. That's it. The phone segment in BCS. Oveni? Yeah. One for said man we moves to station.
Yeah. Can I say MPP as I said I'm setting up.
Okay.
Because idea is Akufo-Addo pani explanation between Akufo.
Okay.
And in this station now we transfer now. Bro, for now we won't me fan church. Like I said, I cut across. Take time. Now communicators someone sit down now here because you see look
no to our one agree
me say ejako my research and me who say ejako dia no kan e tourism e bid near me hu no
okay
say senkanye 172 million yekoto a year to four kasika kesi etua awo agreement na joint na podi ne sha awo mra no odidi twetwa bi na one care about Ghana when we say meko na president fufuro su bepa but ma me sign fancy ne kon no nka you bet 4.1 billion the present value to mo amoya scholars amu tie me finance mo da mo find the present value of the 7.2 billion at 30 years nka you bet ne cumulatively now they find the present value 4.1 billion and yet to 4 bo kra mo dia cheyen. What you say? Oko ya dia magana. Ya so ya si ndo ya mai. Wa kwa da hotel ye twa hoka. Play oko wo foye. Wo ye bibia. And the president kwa frefre na mo dia beto abonti. But wo dia wo ma explain wo. You are not under pressure. Adia wo sign no ya dia ye hia. And to wo detect the paste. Catch on masa. Man Jimmy condition and to mo. Me san. Nothing a hoka chance me di be hye mo say. Excess power ni hia no. Say in case say government be back no asi me hia no betwam a munya hwe mo nko free enka hwe mo aka be bia mo de be ko bia including US about to atene all right but wo de what did dia me no wo de ahwe mo say in case Ghana decide to abrogate the contract Ghana should compensate you. Jesus Christ, nice right.
But Joyce Jumo, God bless Mr. Christian Donkor. Mame Redu. Or say, 2TV, please, you are doing a great job. I heard the savings and loans customers, some are yet to be paid. God bless you all. Safo Kantanka, good morning, we thank God for the life of Kencity Media. Hooray! My question is, to a fear, fear, so-called Odo, what kind of work she does? Otua tax, and now Untua Ubisa. Mr. Safo, or say, Nadia, or say, Mr. Donkor, Nanado should give Mr. Brain Christian Donkor a position. He is so intelligent. Ghana needs his intelligence. Every Friday, I get to work a bit late watching you from Germany. Then or also the Charles Atakra Maniampon. They should prosecute those involved in the Gargantua contract and to show an example for others. Good morning, Mr. Christian Donkor from Paris. And also, Nadia, and a very interesting discussion live here this morning, Financial Friday segment under the dialogue show every Friday, 2nd of July, 2021. Mami acknowledge Franco Trading Enterprise, Joy Herbal Industry, Vical 20, Nataraj Product, JK Company Limited. A production team at Amunina Mase, MCR, Bukarim, Robert Finejano, Kwasinensen, camera, on a focus. And I could feel him suffer any and penny for better than I say. Medina the old hine and Tribusia, Christian don't console, better than I say a tons of friend or Baby Chichin, Semene, Ghana for to chairman of our essay Debia cry. The most I say, some of a young for watch air to with the national agenda. Yamia Duma, that brother, say yes, or my best answer.